Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. 502 Model College for Girls. Assalamu alaikum 9th class. I hope you are fine and in the best of your health and spirits. This is your English class. I am your teacher Miss Aisha Nazir and I welcome you all to the online class. Dear students, today we are going to do conditional type 1. Conditional type 1 and all the exercises that are related to conditional type 1, we are going to complete it. Conditionals. We use conditional sentences to explain what actually happens, what could happen. So in conditional sentences, we talk about something that happens or might happen in future. So possible or likely outcome in the future. So it means that in conditional sentences, sometimes we talk about the possible situations, and these situations take place if a certain condition is met. Sometimes we talk about what we wish would happen. Sometimes we wish to happen something. So we imagine different outcome in future and we start imagining about something in future, that these things might happen in future and what might happen. So we think about different outcome in the future if certain condition is met or fulfilled. Types of conditional sentences. In grammar, we have 4 types of conditional sentences: zero conditional, first conditional, second conditional, and third conditionals. So it means that we have 4 conditional sentences, but today we are going to do conditional type 1. Conditional sentences type 1. First conditional sentences are also called open condition. Conditions of this type tell us something will happen if a certain condition is fulfilled. The condition may or may not be fulfilled. The first condition is a structure when we want to talk about possibilities in the present or in the future. So first conditional sentences, we often call them as real conditional sentences because it is used for real or possible situations. These situations take place if a certain condition is met. For example, if it rains, we will stay at home. So it means that it is possible that if it rains, so what we are going to do, that we are going to stay at home. So if it rains, that is why we call such sentences as real conditionals or open conditions. There is a condition and then there is a result of it. And what is the condition? If it rains. And what is the result? We will stay at home. So first conditional sentences are also called real conditionals, open condition sentences. So first of all, you should know the structure of first conditional sentences. We are going to have 2 clauses here. If clause, and then we are going to have main clause. In if clause, we are going to have the structure. For example, if plus subject plus present, which is simple present in definite tense, plus comma. And in the main clause or in the second sentence, we are going to have subject plus will plus base verb or first form of verb. So this is the structure that we are going to follow in first conditional sentences. And why do we use first conditional sentences? Because if we want to describe or if we want to talk about the possible situations, and these situations take place if a certain condition is met. So here you have the example. If it rains, this is the first clause. This is the condition. If it rains. And what is going to be the result? I will stay home. So in this example, you can see the structure we are following. If plus we have the subject, that is it, Then rains. Rains is simple present indefinite tense because it is the subject is singular one, and with a singular subject we insert s or es with a verb. So in the first clause we are going to have if plus subject plus simple present tense, and then we are going to have the comma. Then in the next clause, which is the main clause, we are going to use subject, and here in this example we have the subject which is I plus will plus first form of verb, and we have used first form of verb here, that is stay, and then we are going to have the object here. So if it rains, and the next clause is I will stay home. First clause we are going to have if it rains, and in the second clause we are going to have I will stay home. But there are other rules that you need to remember other than this. The structure you should remember that we are going to have two clauses, and clause is a complete sentence which has a subject and the predicate, as we already know about the subject and predicate. Okay, so it means that we are going to have two clauses. In one clause we are going to have if, and in the next clause we are going to have future tense like will plus first form of verb. So what are the main points to remember? There are two clauses in each sentence. Number one, you have to remember how many clauses you are going to have. You are going to have two clauses. First clause, if my team loses the match. The second clause, I will become sad. So the first clause is if my team loses the match, and we are following the same structure which I have told you just now. If plus subject plus first form of verb, and if the subject is singular, we are going to insert s or es with the verb, and if the subject is plural, we are not going to use s or es. And then this, in the second clause, subject plus will plus base form or the first form of verb. So here in the second clause you can see I plus will plus first form of verb, and first form of verb here is become. I will become sad. So point number one is there are two clauses in each sentence. Okay. Next point, each clause is separated by comma. Conjunction if is used. Second point you need to remember, each clause is separated by comma. So we have two clauses and they are separated by comma. Conjunction if is used. Definitely these are the conditional sentences. Definitely we are going to use conjunction, that is if. Fourth point, if you come to the party, I will be happy. So in this example you can see conjunction if is used and comma is also used here. So as I have told you in the second example and the third example, each clause is separated by comma and conjunction if is used. So if you come to the party, if conjunction is used, separated by comma, comma you can see, and I will be happy, this is the second clause. These two clauses are joined by comma. If we put the main clause first, then we do not need the comma, for example. So it means that if we are going to use the second clause as the first clause, for example, I will stay home if it rains. So it means that if we are using the main clause at the very beginning and the next clause, the first clause we are going to use at the end, then there isn't any need of putting comma there because conjunction if is already there. And how we are going to construct that sentence? I will stay home if it rains. So these two clauses are joined by conjunction, that is if, so there isn't any need of comma here. They will miss the bus if they arrive late. So in this example you can also see the main clause is put at the very beginning, they will miss the bus, and the second clause, if they arrive late, this is the conditional sentence. If they arrive late, this is the first clause and we have used it at the end. If we are going to use it like this, then there isn't any need of putting comma since conjunction if is used. I hope you have understood. Now come to page number 10 of your textbook. You have the exercise C. complete the sentences using the given words. Hurry, give, invite, sell, inform, go, win, help, allow, and play. So these are the 10 words and we have to use it according to the rule. Sentence number 1. If I see Aslam, comma, I will dash him to dinner tomorrow. So the first clause is if clause and then next clause is that is a main clause. And in main clause what do? We are going to use will plus first form of verb. So if I see Aslam, I will dash him to dinner tomorrow. So the most appropriate word for this blank is invite. Second sentence, if I dash out, I will turn off the TV. So in this example, here in the first clause we have to use the verb. If I go out, I will turn off the TV. Third example, if you dash tricks on people, they will not trust you again. In the third example, we are going to use play. If you play tricks on people, they will not trust you again. Example number 4, if the farmer dash all his kiwi fruit in the market, he will be very pleased. So in the fourth example, we are going to write the verb which is sell. If the farmer sells all his kiwi fruit, we are going to insert S with it. If the farmer sells all his kiwi fruit in the market, he will be very pleased. Sentence number 5. I will dash you with your homework if I can. So in the fifth example, we are going to use the verb which is appropriate here, help. I will help you with your homework if I can. Sentence number 6. I will dash you ride my bike if you like. So in this example, we are going to write the verb allow. I will allow you ride my bike if you like. Sentence number 7. Will you dash this basket to Auntie Sophie if you see her? In this example, we are going to write give, which is the most appropriate verb here. Will you give this basket to Auntie Sophie if you see her? Sentence number 8. If we dash, we will catch the bus. So in this example, we are going to write hurry. If we hurry, we will catch the bus. Sentence number 9. Will you dash me if you are going to be late? Will you inform me if you are going to be late? The last sentence of this exercise, see, if he works hard, he will dash the competition. And in this blank, in the main clause, we are going to write win. Okay students, as we have completed unit number 5. Unit number 5 is a poem. The name of the poem is Daffodils. And this very beautiful poem has been written by William Wordsworth. So dear students, today you have an assessment number 3. So let's get started with your assessment. Dear students, I am going to tell you the instructions how to do your assessment. Read question paper very carefully. So it means that you are supposed to read the question paper very carefully and then do assessment on narrow line loose sheets. You are supposed to do your assessment on the narrow lined loose sheets. You will be taking narrow lined loose sheets so that you could attempt your paper. Write your name, class, subject and roll number on the top of the paper. So for writing an assessment, it is really very important to write your name, class, subject and roll number on the very top of the paper. So if you do not know your roll number, then no need to write your roll number, but writing name, class and subject is very important. Draw margin lines with a blue marker on both sides of the paper or at least left side. Dear students, I want your assessment to look presentable. So in order to make your assessment presentable, how you are going to make it, you are supposed to draw margin lines on the both side of the paper or either on left side. And which color of marker you are going to use? Definitely a blue marker. Write questions with blue marker and answers with blue ballpoint pen or pointer. So dear students, you will be writing your questions with a blue marker and answers. Now you have the option whether to write answer with blue ballpoint pen or with a blue pointer. That is completely your choice, but writing a question with a blue marker is important. Do objective section on first page as you usually attempt your paper. In what manner? That first of all you attempt objective section. Okay, so do objective part on the first page, and there should not be any cutting and there should not be any overwriting, and you are supposed to opt only one option. Do not opt two options like A and B. So you should not have any doubt. You should opt only one which is correct and appropriate one. Okay, so cutting is not allowed, overwriting is not allowed, use of eraser, use of whitener is not allowed in objective part. Solve all the questions given in the question paper. So you have to attempt all the questions, and there is no internal or external choice given in the question paper. So you will be attempting all questions. Write question number and question part as mentioned on the question paper. Dear students, please do not give your own numbering. Try to follow the pattern which is given in your paper. You have to follow the same sequence of questions, and do mention question number as it is mentioned in your question paper. Okay, ensure that every answer is complete. It means that you are not supposed to give extra detail and irrelevant detail. Your answer should be very appropriate in a way that it must give clear understanding of the question. Okay, do not give extra details and try to be very relevant one. Okay, review the accuracy of your answers as well as your spelling and grammar. Dear students, as you are attempting English paper, so it is really very important that you review your paper after completing your paper, because you may not have any spelling or grammatical, any structural mistake in your paper. So if you find any mistake, you can correct it. So it is really very important to review the accuracy of your answers. Maintain neat work, which will be highly appreciated. So maintain neat work so that your presentation must look very presentable. And then complete your assessment and submit it on Monday between 8:30 a.m. till 11:30 a.m. The time is also given and the day is also mentioned over here. So you are supposed to submit your assessment at the reception of 502 Model College Girls Campus between 8:30 a.m. till 11:30 a.m. I hope that you have understood all the instructions which I have given to you. Okay, dear students, now this is objective part, objective section, and how you are going to start. First of all, you are going to write your name, class, subject, subject which is English compulsory, and then your roll number if you know it, then write it down, otherwise just leave it. And then objective. Question number 1, choose the correct option, that is A, B, C and D. Fluttering and dancing. Number 1, fluttering and dancing. And now you have 4 options: in the breeze, in the air, by the riverside, none of these. So you have to opt only one, which is correct one. Number 2, if he works hard, he dash the competition. So you have 4 options here. Option A, won, B, will win, C, winning, D, will be win. Number 3, dash is also called open class condition. Okay. Dash is also called open class or condition. Now you have four options given over here. Option A, second conditional, B, first conditional, C, third conditional, and D, zero conditionals. Okay, number 4, the sorry engine waits its death curve. It is an example of. Now you have again four options. Number A, simile. Number B, metaphor. Number C, personification. Number D, anaphora. Number 5, the repetition of the same consonant sound is called. You have four options: alliteration, simile, option C, metaphor, and option D, imagery. You have four options here and you have to opt only one. Okay, dear students, now you have the subjective part and you have to attempt all questions. Question number 2, paraphrase the given stanza. The stanza is given to you. Now you have to paraphrase the given stanza. And how do we do paraphrasing? You know it very well. So you are supposed to paraphrase the given stanza. I am going to read it. I wandered lonely as a cloud that floats on high over vales and hills, when all at once I saw a crowd, a host of golden daffodils, beside the lake, beneath the trees, fluttering and dancing in the breeze. Question number 3, read the given stanza and answer the questions given at the end. Again, you have been provided with a stanza, and in this question, what you are going to do, first of all, read it very carefully, and then you have 3 questions underneath this stanza. I am going to read the stanza first, and then I am going to explain the questions to you. The waves beside them danced, but they outdid the sparkling waves in glee. A poet could not but be gay in such a jocund company. I gazed and gazed, but little thought what wealth the show to me had brought. Okay, dear students, now you have 3 questions. What wealth do the memories of the scene give to the poet? Now you have to write about what wealth the poet is going to get when the poet is in the company of the beautiful daffodils, or when the poet is in the memory of the scene of daffodils. Question number 2, provide meanings of the underlined words and the words that are highlighted over here in the given stanza. You are supposed to provide the meanings of all these words. Only 2 words are here. Now you have the question number 3. Write down the rhyme scheme of the given stanza, and this is very simple question. I hope you can do it very well. You are supposed to give the rhyme scheme of only this stanza which is given over here in question number 3. After completing the assessment, dear students, you have the checklist. Your assessment should be complete. It should be correct, and it should be submitted at the reception of 502 Model College Girls Campus on time. And what is the time? Between 8:30 a.m. till 11:30 a.m. and on Monday. You are supposed to submit it on Monday. Good luck, 9th class. Thank you all. Stay home, stay safe. May Allah keep you safe, and Allah Hafiz.